निवासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते.
Which is there's an old person called Victor Hanson. Now he has recently started a YouTube channel as well. I first came to know of him from Jordan Peterson's podcast only. So I really like all the stuff he said. He's sort of a classical liberal guy, very old person, decent, well-spoken, polite gentleman. He has been a fellow professor in different universities in his lifetime. He's mainly a Western history, Western philosophy and some sort of history of conflicts expert. Okay, he gets called upon to discuss stuff that how America is changing, how US is going to the dogs, etc. Those sorts of things. So I really liked him. I was following his stuff, and again today I saw something he said about India, and it always happens repeatedly. You can't help these people. They seem to say all nice things, all correct things on, and they can have rational correct debates about any topic on earth with anyone, except when it comes to India and Hinduism, to the extent that when a problem occurs elsewhere versus when that same problem occurs in India, it's looked upon differently, as if it's something distinctly Indian, whether it's the caste system or some conflicts based on two religions. All those things are looked upon as a fantastically, unbelievably Indian concept. It's never happened anywhere else. That's how they talk about everything in India. Now, he was the video I was looking at today, just before coming to the live stream, it was a 15-minute long video. The topic was the great American experiment. Okay, the experiment being that can people from different races, different religions, different ideas come together under one banner and live peacefully? So I was wondering whether if he's going to approach it from history, or is he going to talk about just how USA managed it. Fair enough. So I saw that he was getting into history a bit, and then he was comparing it with other societies as well, other countries in history and today. So then I thought, okay, he's going to mention India at some point, right? Because India, at least today, it is exactly what he's talking about. And even earlier days, it was a society in general, maybe not under one united ruling party or ruling king banner sort of a thing. So let's see how he brings up India, because he has to bring up India in some way or the other. If we are talking about people of multiple races, multiple belief systems and multiple cultures, multiple customs, multiple languages living under one umbrella, you can't have this conversation without mentioning India at all. So for about more than half of the video, he does not mention India. He mentions Japan, he mentions China. He was giving out these examples in terms of you can love Japan, but you will never really be accepted in Japanese society unless you are Japanese by race. That country is 98% Japanese. Okay, everyone looks the same, etc. In China, there's an autocratic state, and you can't really become a Chinese citizen randomly just because you love that country. Or he was giving out examples of ancient Rome. He said that yes, Roman Empire was kind of like that, because all their pre-Christianity or pre-European or the pre-modern era good things that they find, everything is there in Roman era only, and Roman era alone. Outside Roman era, nothing ever happened. Roman Empire, okay. So he said, yeah, Roman Empire kind of did it. Then he said that, see, even Ottoman Empire, so many people of different races lived together, but it was controlled with one gigantic strong fist of the religion. In Soviet Union, it was a collection of different countries, different races, but again enforced by one autocratic state. Then he mentions India, and he says, even India, there are people of many races and religions, but you see, they have the caste system, which is very brutal, which is very oppressive, and there are significant religious strife between Hindus and Muslims. Now, of course, there are religious strifes between Hindus and Muslims, and the numbers are, we can debate how significant exactly the numbers are, but when someone says that there is some religious strife in a country, and therefore that country is disqualified from the conversation of being one umbrella which accommodates people of different cultures, customs, faiths and languages, then we have to talk about USA like Palki Sharma, that अरे भाई तुम्हारा race riots का क्या हुआ तब? Then we are supposed to forget all the countless race riots, all the lynchings of black people, hanging black people from the trees, and up until 60s there was Jim Crow laws. You all had slavery until 200 years back. Okay, so that's the disappointment we'll always face with people outside India. All of it is because of their sources, but some of their sources are the stuff written by the British people, and later on they have only and only read stuff written by people like Arundhati fucking Roy. So I don't blame them personally, but that's just another disappointment, that you'll never be able to meet these heroes with the full amount of respect that you would like to have, because when it comes to India and Hinduism, they are all stupid fucking asses.
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते